Hi, I'm Amy.
I'm Laura.
And we are Two Paper Girls.
In today's video we're going to talk all about buzzwords that don't make us excited. So like they're buzzwords in that for some people they'll read them and it'll be like a thing that makes them want to read them. But for us they're non-buzzwords. Like we read them and we're just like, nope. Like, you know, you just pick up a blurb sometimes and you just read like something and it just makes you immediately like, you just know it's not the book for you. So these are words that have that effect on us.
To begin, I have a quiz for everybody. I'm going to read out a summary, synopsis, like the little line that captures you on a book, and it's a very popular book. And I want to see if you guys all know it. Two misfits, one extraordinary love. And this is just the most awful thing that I've ever read. It just that would make me go, I'm putting this book down. Yeah. I'm never reading it. Like people that claim they're misfits and that they love each other because they're the only unique people in the world. Pisses me off. But this is, of course, a Rainbow Rowell book. Eleanor and Park, because that's a great name, isn't it? I have so much hatred for it. But I'm kind of being over nasty. But yeah, it doesn't get me at all.
First one I thought of straight away was war, because I just really don't like historical fiction books. If I read a book and it's like, oh, it is the year 1902 and it is the Russian Revolution, I'm just like, nope, I'm out, and nope. Or it's like, it was World War One and blah, and then I literally I don't even know what it would say after that, because all I'd have to read is, it was World War One, and I just wouldn't, unless someone had really, really praised a book. Like on BookTube someone had talked about it, it was like set in a like historical period but with a twist, or there has to be something more than just like, this is a book set during this time, because I'm just not a big history person, and I don't know what it is. I just don't have like zero interest in reading historical fiction books. Like they have to have some sort of like quirky, you know, like The Infernal Devices is obviously set in like Victorian London, but it's like angels and demons and it's cool, and just books that are just like, oh, here's how people lived but a while ago. I'm just can't be arsed.
Along the same lines of my first one of the misfits claiming that they're misfits and that is the whole point of the book, the other non-buzzword that I really hate is subversive. When a book claims that it is subversive, I'm like, you don't get to say that about yourself.
Yeah.
Like, you have to have other people comment and say, well, oh, that's really good how you took that idea and you changed it in this way. You can't say, my book is subversive and that's what makes it unique. I'm looking at you, Naomi Alderman. The Power was just, I didn't like it. I just don't like it when they do subversive for subversive sake. Hashtag Margaret Atwood. Hashtag Angela Carter.
Another big one for me is when like grieving is mentioned in the blurb. It's not necessarily like the word grieving or grief, but when you read a book like History Is All You Left Me by Adam Silvera, like I'm really excited for his We Both Die at the End. I'm fine with knowing they both die at the end and like being prepared to cry at it, but when it's like you start the book and someone in the past has died who you don't know or care about yet, it's just like this main character is just grieving from the start. It's like, that sounds heavy, and I'm just not, I don't want to invest my time into that. So any books where it's like, oh, my boyfriend's just died, or my sister's just died, my mum's just died, I'm just like, nope. I'm just not interested in that, because it just seems too miserable, and I want it to rip my heart out and make me cry, like, because it's made me attached to someone and then they've died, not just like someone's died already and I don't know who that is.
My next one might be controversial as well, because I don't really like any sort of media, be that films, books, TV, music, where the main character is a child. I will not watch Stranger Things. I will not read Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. I'm just not interested in the goings-on of little children. I mean, I work with kids and I love real ones, but fictional ones just seem so made up. Like, they just don't have any depth to them, because children don't really have depth. You have to talk to them and then like you realise it, but you can't write a child being deep and thoughtful, and that's what I like in my books, unless of course it's Pisoon Molotov Patel, because he is a deep child, but he's also quite a teenager when he gets stranded on the lifeboat with Richard Parker. But yeah, I don't like children in books.
Another maybe slightly controversial one is angels, or sort of fae, which I know is controversial for Amy because she loves her some fae. And since reading A Court of Thorns and Roses, I'm coming round to the fae storyline, but like at first if I'd read fae, I'm just like, oh, I don't know what it is. Like, I don't mind reading about like other, like obviously I love the mortal instruments, it's got angels and demons and angels. But they're not angels though, are they? It's that kind of like...
the seraphim.
It's that kind of like almost 11-year-old girl angel fairy story. I'm just not bothered when it's just like, oh, here's loads of fairies with their wings, and I don't know. Even if it is like more aimed at a YA audience, I just see it as really cheesy and awkwardly like childlike. I just can't be doing with it. Faye I'm coming round to because it's getting more like, I like my serious Faye. I don't want my like childlike Faye. So I wasn't interested in ACOTAR. Like I bought it, but I was like, I'm never going to read this. I don't care about Faye. But I did and it was great. So I'm getting there. But yeah, angels, I'm just like, ooh.
My last non-book buzzword is circuses. I read a couple of books where I love circuses in them. I read a couple of books where circuses ruin it. An example of a ruined is Night Circus. I hated it. But a good one, which is a book that I don't really hear many people talk about, is called The Grace Keepers. But this was like a travelling circus in a land where they purely live on water. And it was really weird, but circus wasn't like... It wasn't the main story, it was like the people in the circus and their relationships. And it was like actually about the circus people. It's like when a circus comes to town and everyone's really like, ooh, the circus. And it's like... It's just a big tent. It just annoys me. And I've got Caraval over there, which I want to read because I just want to read it and see how I feel about it. But also, it's got not very good hype. Yeah. But it kind of interests me.
It's pretty.
It is pretty. And it's kind of like all these kind of banned book interest, like all the books that have been banned in the past. It's like when a book is like gets negative feedback, it makes it more appealing in a really weird way. You want to know why. Like, you want to read it and be like, oh no, that is bad. And then if I want to DNF it, I can DNF it.
My last one is cats, because I'm very much a dog person, and I don't hate cats in real life. Like, I can have a good old stroke of a cat and be like, you cute. I don't understand cat people. All these like cat memes where it's all these cats like, oh, isn't it funny that they walk on your keyboard? And I'm just like, no, get the fuck on the floor. Like, I just can't be dealing with it. Such a dog person. And all these dog books, like books narrated by dogs, heroic dogs of real life, so much about it. And I was just saying to Amy, if an author wrote a book about a dog, like a real life dog, and then there was a book signing with them and the dog, it would be amazing. But then you get things like a street cat named Bob, and it just makes me cringe. I'm like, oh, why would you just want to go and beat this random cat that was on the street, and why is there a film about this cat? I have just double standards, basically. And yeah, I don't hate cats, but if a book is about a cat primarily, I don't want to read it.
So those were all our non-book buzzwords. We hope we haven't caused any offence. If you love these words, don't worry, we can just talk about it. And you probably hate some of our buzzwords. Plenty. But we hope you enjoyed the video, and let us know your non-book buzzwords down below in the comments.
And we'll see you on the next video.
Bye!